Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfucking fortunate. But I tell you what, bitch, we got views.
It's I got some shit to say to the podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop because we never do. All we do is work. Y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squint.
That's right, R.I.P.
Whizzle fizzle.
Forever and always. With me as usual,
ChadArmesTV.com.
you already know.
Yeah.
Back again, pretty quickly, and
Yeah, man.
kind of a surprise to us, man. We're glad he's here. We're happy to have him.
Yeah.
B.Stokes.
What's going on?
Is in
What's going on?
the
What's going on?
fucking
What's going
building. I know y'all remember B.Stokes.
Hell
Chad,
yeah,
what
man.
episode was that for B.Stokes?
It was less than 10 episodes ago.
Right.
I have to look.
Much more recent. Yeah, great to have you back, Bubba.
People love that episode too, man.
that.
People love that episode.
Yeah, we got great feedback off that episode. I hope you did too. We'll get into all that. But our guest tonight, or this afternoon, day, whatever fucking time it is, I don't know. All we do is work. The guy in the middle, he's we cover a lot of producers here in the Ville and around, as far as we can reach out and get them over here. We've shared talent you probably haven't heard of, and shared of some of the GOATs. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have one of the GOATs. We have none other than Chino himself.
That's what's up.
Chino, it's a little low.
I appreciate y'all, man.
That's it. I love how I got the drop early though.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
You had the drop.
Right, I love it. We can hit it a lot. It's like the back play of it's a little longer. I should have snipped it down a little bit.
Yeah,
Right there.
I left the tail on it.
I ain't mad at you at all, man. Get your shine on, Chino.
Yeah, for sure.
So for Chad Arms TV, the subscribers here, this episode has been in the works for a minute because me and Chino talked about this for
Definitely.
a few months ago about you wanting to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
It was just working it out. So this has definitely been something that we've been excited to set up, and it was just timing. So
Definitely. But
Glad to be here.
dude, because we're honored to have you. Like I said, hopefully you've caught some of the show. I hope you heard yourself come up either, somehow, some way.
I
Surely
made a
with
post,
Stokes.
I made a post about all the podcasts that I watched and hearing my name dropping, the love that people was being not being shown, but I was being shown. Like it's humbling for real. I appreciate it.
yeah, dude.
Fun fact though, with Chino myself, I don't have much of a personal relationship with Chino. He knows I have a huge amount of respect for him. I've met him before. I had the opportunity to meet him. Fun fact, I met him at B. Howard versus Vac.
Oh yeah.
That's where I met you for the first time.
Yeah.
Well,
But
shout out them two goats, man.
yeah, for sure. And what a fucking I didn't recognize that opportunity that day, but that was like a great moment. Like that was the people that were lucky enough to be in that room was just kind of cool. Like looking back onto me. And yeah, shout out to the fucking Air Force again. They flew over last episode. That used to never happen. What the fuck's
They
going on?
definitely did, though.
But yeah, I've known Chino since then. That was the first time I've met him. But yeah, he already knows what it is, man. I mean,
Yeah.
he's fucking legend, bro. You've produced records here for how long? When you start making music, how does this work?
Man, well, as far as music goes, I've been making music since I was 16. Well, I started when I was 16.
Dope.
But as far as like production wise, I started getting active when I started doing beat battles around like 2010, 2011.
Cool. Dope.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I've worked with,
Right? Long list.
it's a long list of people in the field.
Chino's one of those guys you go to his Instagram to see like who's Chino, and then it's a dope ass fucking logo or whatever. He's an established fucking producer, and it says like credits include or something. You know what I mean? Major flex if you're a producer, bro. And I'd love. Wouldn't you love to have have that opportunity as a producer? Like I wish I did produce. Like I guess Chad, we could do. Has interviewed and just start throwing our flexing on motherfuckers or something. We should start doing that now because that's kind of cheesy compared to like making beats and that kind of shit. That's fucking dope. Like just being a part of those people's catalogs, etc. That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's one of those type of guys, and you if you read his catalog or what he's been a part of, it's like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Fun fact: we need that Chad Arms Chino. I said it before you got over here. I told Chad before we leave, we have to make that happen.
Give me that button again. I brought a USB drive full of beats just so he can listen to it. I can't read it. I can't read it.
One
go,
person, I know one
son.
person that's going to be very upset about this scenario. His name is Leroy Biggs.
Hey, well, he knew he was supposed to pull up. He didn't pull up.
Okay. Are you familiar with that name, Chino?
Through the podcast, yes.
Dope. Cool. Awesome. Stokes, you ain't met Leroy, have you?
Nope.
That's a shit show in a bottle. We love Leroy, but he's one of those people that when he hears about somebody's getting bad feedback. When he hears it, maybe me. when he
Make sure it ain't my phone.
all it takes is a Chad Arms or Squint's cosign as far as production, and he wants it before he even hears it.
Oh, that's cool.
He's just one of those kids, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I think on that USB drive, I think I brought like 60 beats.
Jeez, little work, you know what I mean? Just bring a little something light.
Something like,
You know what I mean? Flex.
The homie may be pulling up too. ONE may be pulling up, and I know that ONE's in the.
Do you know that name, Chino?
Was it?
You ever heard that name?
ONE. He was on Welcome to the Trap House with Jelly back in the day.
Yes.
Yes.
So O&E is back active. He's been making music again, and all of which is
He's one of
fucking.
my favorite rappers of all time too.
And we could show you why off camera. But we put out a visual a few weeks ago with O&E over here at the studio, which is great, and we love that. But he's got more in the works, and it's amazingly stupid.
I love
Dope.
to hear.
Yeah, we'll definitely put you on some of that. But hopefully he pulls up before you're gone.
Yeah, put me on.
I'm trying to see what's causing that feedback, Bubba.
I don't know if it's you, me, what.
I took my phone.
It's not 3. It's not 4.
Watch that be my mic.
I don't hear it now. It went away. Sorry, guys.
Okay,
You hear
cool.
it, unless then it comes back when we start talking.
Yeah, yeah. It's all good. I don't even think it's a thing when they're even going to hear it though. I think
I don't
it's
even
just
care.
us that hear it.
We sound stupid. We sound stupid. Chino's here. Fucking Stokes is back in the building.
go.
We're hanging out.
Yes, sir.
He brung some pink tequila, so we're drinking pink tequila,
Yeah, it's good too.
right?
Yeah,
It's
man.
good too.
you doing?
Can I see that? Kind of,
Yeah. Shout out to those guys.
because I'm low.
Shameless plug. Fuck it.
That's my brother. My brother Wayne.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Baby
That's
bro
your
here with me.
baby bro. I was gonna ask that big bro, little bro.
Yeah, baby bro with me.
Hell
That's
yeah.
my guy.
Yeah, that's
Shout out
dope.
Wayne.
That's dope. Pulled up a family. Ain't none of it. I can't nothing but respect that. Who's this here? Oh, okay. But yeah, once Chino started coming up in discussions, once we started talking production over here, we're 70 plus episodes in over here. We're 76, 7 probably by the time this one hits.
Yeah.
But you are amongst discussions that can't, your name can't be overlooked in those discussions ever.
For sure.
I don't know what it's like to be like a current artist here in the Ville, unfortunately. But the fact that this guy's sitting next to you and we became such a fan of Stokes, like that was kind of the cool thing of Stokes, because we knew of Stokes, but not like, and Stokes knew of us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that thing, but we just never had that opportunity to really link up. And if we did, like if we met, it'd just be like, oh, yeah, shout out, salute, real. But when you sit and you talk to an individual and you just sort of catch their vibe as a person, it gets different. You know what I mean? You either build a relationship on that, or you just like, yeah, I met dude.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Stokes was 71, episode 71. I just looked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That was real recent shit. Like I said, this should be like 76, 77.
76.
Yeah.
That's cool. 5 episodes later.
Right? That's dope. And but it was bound to happen before Stokes. Stokes don't mean shit. No, I'm just
I
playing.
ain't nobody. Don't fuck
No,
with
for
y'all.
sure.
Ain't
No,
nobody.
no.
Don't
But
fuck with me.
the cosign from Stokes. What was your reaction to your episode, Stokes? What's that been like? Have you got some good reaction
I
to
got
that?
some really
Maybe
good
feedback.
I got
Cool.
Immaculate feedback, man. Like just people getting a chance to know who I was good enough for me.
Even us. That was great for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they got to learn a little bit about you just like we did. And that turned into a really great episode. And I know for a fact, and Chad does too, he can co-sign this, that they appreciated that episode individually.
No, a couple of people hit me up directly and said that they really, really dug your music, and there was people that was like I was thinking too. There was people that related to when you start talking about PTSD as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think when we start talking on mental stuff here lately, man,
Yeah.
people really appreciate that. And with that, luckily, even before we started embracing it more, we never shunned away from it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even me and Chad, like one-on-one can talk on that shit on this show.
Yeah.
Like we do it. There's plenty of episodes where we've touched on it, didn't realize it.
The episode that's out now, episode 75, with you did with Two Live Bree. Y'all touched on that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, that's out. That's out now.
When this is being recorded, they haven't seen it yet.
Very
but
true.
It's, just the way
It's
that we
done.
record
I just
it.
sat down with Two Live. You know Two Live Bree?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I work with him too.
Right,
Yeah,
of course.
he's cool. He's
Right.
dope, man. He's good.
Yeah, he's super
Yeah.
dope.
I hate that I missed that one, but I'm glad that y'all was able to get it done.
You know Two Live Bree, Stokes?
Yeah, you know how I actually caught wind of him?
Go.
I seen him around as far as on social media.
Of course.
But I really seen him when Rhythm and Flow came out.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I
Yeah.
seen dude around here, man. It was just motivating to see somebody that's around the way on that platform, man.
Yeah.
So it was really dope.
Bree is a dope kid, man.
I could, just by the episode, like, it was really dope seeing him. You could see that he's a very humble person.
Yeah.
And he's a very, he just seems like a really cool guy, man.
Really cool kid.
I mean, but that's Bree all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've been around him for a while. Like I've worked with him for a while. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I haven't seen the episode, of course, but his demeanor, like that's how he is. That's how he is. You know, he's a good dude. Shout out Bree.
No, for sure, man.
1,000%. Yeah, I've had the luxury of knowing dude since he was about 17, and he's been active out here since, I think he's told me on the episode he's 13. I think is when he started like recording and shit.
Damn.
But I met him when he was about 17, 18 years old, somewhere in that field, somewhere in that area, and I think now he's 26. Not to put him out there like that, but I don't care. He can be mad at me.
That's not a bad age, even if he is 27.
No, I've actually had the luxury of knowing him. You know what I mean? Like from the first time I'd met him, we had a great conversation, and it's always been a great vibe, and we've just always been in contact. Like even amongst like different events or whatever, something based around, or he used to come out, or then seeing him on that show was congratulating him on that, and him responding still. It's just always been real. So when he came over, it was really great to just see his growth as a person, because I've watched that kid literally grow. Everybody knows, no disrespect, I just refer to I'm old, so I can refer to anybody as kid. I just do that. Right. I'm getting in a real bad habit about it. Yeah. Oh, well. If you're in your 20s, you're a kid. Sorry.
It's cool, too, that, like, episode after that one, dropping, we got Chino that's here, that's worked with Bree, so it's always kind of a 6-degree separation kind of thing with the podcast. It seems like
there's not many rappers that's going to come through here with an established like catalog that can't mention Chino. He's a go-to. Like you have to go to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You've worked with several. I mean, you've worked with Stan and B. Howard too, correct?
Man, Stan, B. Howard, Petty, Cook Up Boss. You know what?
Talk your shit.
Talk your shit. Pop that shit, Chino.
Let me pull the email up real quick.
So while you're doing that, do you have an artist you work hand in hand with solely only? They work with you, you work with them. Do you have an artist like that you are
like you're
molding?
Artist, yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm molding them, but Stokes.
Yeah. Facts. I was the only name I could think of.
My guy.
Stan.
Yeah.
Shout out Stan. Love that guy.
And again, not molding, molding them because they
housing
worked heavily.
Housing the majority of their content, so to speak. Got you. And that's
well, I try to anyway.
Definitely part of the foundation. You know what
that's
I'm saying?
A great foundation to have there, Stokes.
There you go. Exactly.
I know you recognize that.
Let
me see.
But yeah, Chino is and this is coming from me, and not that means jack shit. Only thing I was saying when I say coming from me,
it means everything.
I'm saying I did not have the opportunity to work with Chino.
Yeah.
I only put out one fucking album.
Right.
Yeah.
For my defense. And it had everybody else on it but Chino for whatever fucking reason.
Well, that's when he was just getting started though.
Yeah, I was
right.
2010.
So,
when he dropped
but to see, I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah.
And even since being an artist and taking years off, but still being kind of tapped in because I work in the printing industry, bro, and I've always supplied like people's CDs and their their flyers.
Yeah,
absolutely. But I read the back of all those CDs too.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All those credits, all those mixtapes, all that everything.
Yeah.
Like I've seen your name so many times over the past probably 10, 12 years, even to this day, dude. I still do that for a living.
All right, let me see here. So
he's gonna flex. Y'all get this out.
I'm not gonna flex.
Let me get something to like eat. Where's those rap snacks?
Let me see. So we got we got Dolph.
Okay, yeah. R.I.P.
Kenny Money, Stokes, my boy Billy Jumpman, Tyler, Doe, B. Howard, Vac, Stan, Elroy the boy, Petty, Triple Play Squeak, Cook Up Boss, A1 Yo, my guy Aaron Cole. That's my little brother.
Yeah.
I got a record with Buck that came out a while back. Let's see. This Is Why I'm Hot, Mims.
Oh yeah.
Work with him.
Oh, that's dope.
And my guy G Slap.
Hell yeah.
And I'm sure I'm missing some more people, but that was the people I could think about top of my
Hey,
head.
shout out Elroy the boy, man.
Shout out Elroy. He's gonna pull up on us soon.
And Cook Up. Like there's a lot of people on that list that are right here and that have been speaking to us about the podcast too. So hopefully we'll get to see them on here soon. But
sure.
That's dope that you've worked with that many. And shout out Vac. That's family. Too.
Fun fact
that's
that's
my Libra brother.
We're recording this on the 21st, but Elroy's joint at the marathon is tomorrow, I believe. I thought
it was 29th.
Oh, okay. So it's next weekend.
Yeah,
great. So they'll see
week,
this. Yeah. The 29th, Elroy the boy is at Marathon Music Works.
This is actually dropping May 27th. So
perfect.
This is
shout out Elroy. Right, and I've recently been in contact with Elroy, and I gave him the opportunity. I asked him. I said, "Bro, if you want to pull up before the show and plug it in that way, because we talk to Capo a lot too, and Capo's doing a lot of promo stuff for that and all that with small acts. So they reached out to me for the flyers, and I got in touch with Elroy and was like, before or after? and he said, let's go after. I'm busy. And I said, shit, man, let's love whenever. And
that's dope because he can recap it.
Yeah, and that's the angle of when Elroy pulls up.
Yep.
That'd be dope.
That's perfect for that.
Right. I'm happy for dude. He stays grinding, man.
Yeah.
The stuff that you produced for Elroy, is it on this newest EP or is it on some older stuff that he did?
Yeah, I got 2 on the Mentality EP.
Oh, hell yeah, okay.
I did Talk About It and Dope Boy.
Oh, hell yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what's up, man.
I did Dope Boy. So, and then, you know, I'm sure, I don't know if I should be saying this, so Roy don't beat me up. But he's got something dropping right after the show.
Dope.
Hell
yeah.
So that man's a workaholic. Like,
yeah,
man, you can tell.
And if you're not tapped in, that's Elroy the Boy. Fun fact, one of the first artists I've ever seen independently put up a billboard in Nashville.
Yeah, man.
Facts. I couldn't believe that shit. That blew me away the first time I saw that. I was like,
was it similar to one like that Calico had, or was it different?
Yeah, that's the blueprint. Okay, but Elroy made that blueprint. Like
so he did that before.
He put that shit up for a show, and then he put up another one for the damn joint he did with Fate, the joint album he did with Fate, Shaq and Kobe, and then it went into like Cali doing his, and then shout out Jelly Roll. He now has his image for the Bridgestone show up at the digital screen at West End. Bruh, I saw that shit. Damn near cried the other day.
They sold 6,000 tickets the day of pre-sales. His manager was telling me.
Yeah, and
by
then
the time this is dropped, it's probably sold out or close.
It should be close now because they officially went on sale Friday morning at 10, and we're filming this on Saturday afternoon.
The following Friday. You see what I'm saying? This is going to be dropping the 27th, so the 20th is when it went on sale officially. So it's been a week since then when this is dropping. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, when this is dropping. Cool. Yeah, it's probably fucking gone now. I'd say
his manager sent me the seating chart, and it was just the really high
outer brim.
Yeah, it's all that's blue. Everything else is out. So
shout out Jelly.
Salute Jelly. But
you ever work with Jelly, Chino?
No, I love to.
Yeah,
man,
I'd love to.
That'd be dope.
Well, you know, inside baseball, that's not really a secret. He said it like publicly. He's plotting on a major rap album soon, so we need to have that conversation.
Jelly, holla at me.
All right. Hopefully he sees this. Every time we talk to him, he says he's tapped into the show. So, well, you know,
and he's a huge fan of B. Howard. He said it on episode 14.
For sure.
We had him on early.
Didn't he tell
B. Howard do more music?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
then
I concur.
Yeah.
Right. Same. Fun fact. Have I ever told the B. Howard story, Chad? How I met B. Howard? I think when Stokes was here, I think I told him. I said I can tell you about how I met B. Howard later on. Should I tell that story?
Yeah, I don't think you've told it on ChadArmesTV.
All right, so the way I met B. Howard, this is crazy. I met B. Howard before I met Chad, and I've known Chad for
since 07.
Okay, boom. So long time.
Yeah,
and I just put out my first project, and the name of the project was called Time for a Change. We pressed up like 600 physical copies. This was before digital uploads were available.
It was 06, yeah.
Those 600 copies are the only existing copies on this world, planet.
We don't even have one.
I don't have one. We've announced that a million times. We have one person comment on YouTube saying they had some, and then we're like, dude, where, when, how?
Because we don't have it.
Pull up.
And nothing.
We need them.
And supposedly it's in Smyrna. But anyway, on that project, I had a feature from B. Howard. But the way that happened is, as I started recording that project, I recorded like 3 songs, and I put together this like little, I don't know, like a demo disc, and I remember putting labels on it and shit, but it had my personal phone number on it and you know, all that kind of shit, that kind of grind. Right. But one of my friends at the time, long story short, his name is Robert Spencer, R.I.P. His mother was a huge fan. Like, she just loved my music and the fact that I could rap. Yeah. So she took that project to her work and gave it to a gentleman who had a son who had just came out with a project also. His son's name was B. Howard.
Oh, was it his rapping as a hobby?
Wow, right.
That's crazy.
Just a hobby. Just a hobby.
Just a hobby project.
And so she takes B. Howard's album and brings it home to Robert. Robert called me. He's like, bro, my mom brought home the CD. She said that she gave her disc to his dad, and you got to hear it. It's got Fade all over it. It's got, you know, and it was just the same kind of formula I was over here building.
That's another GOAT right there.
Absolutely, for sure. That's family, dude. We love dude.
Yeah, he's been on twice.
Yeah, yeah. But she brung the disc to Robert. Robert gave me the disc, And I listened to it, blah, blah, blah. And I've never done this in my life. I was probably 3 or 4 records in as a solo artist, right? And on the bottom of B. Howard's disc, it says, for booking and contact info, call blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I pick up the phone. I call blah, 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 blah. They pick up the phone. Hello. And I said, yeah, I'm trying to reach out for, see what it's like to get a feature from B. Howard. Yeah. And he's like, who is this? And I'm like, Squints. And he's like, well, this is B. Howard. I'm like,
I'm my own manager, baby.
It's me, baby.
I'm like, what's up? He's like, yo. He's like, what are you trying to do? Yeah. And I said, bro, honestly, bro, like I ain't never done it. I ain't never reached out for a feature, homie. I just I heard your shit.
Right.
Your shit's fire. You working with Fate, and I just recently got 3 new ones from Fate, 3 brand new beats. I was I said, there's a bridge right there. I was like, why don't you come hop on one of these Fate beats? And we do it. And the song was called Do Something. I wish I had a fucking copy of it.
I forgot you had 3 Fate beats on that album, dog.
Yeah. But one of them was featuring B. Howard.
Yep.
And that song was like the part of the promo run. Every time we would do a show and I'd go try to hand these discs out, that's how I met Chad.
That's what's crazy is we did a release party for this guy, a different guy.
Right.
They were there performing. I was there performing.
I brung B. Howard to do something.
Yeah.
Right.
Then me, B. Howard, Chad and B. Howard meet. Next week we do a song called
Go Time.
Go
and I got
Time.
them 2 on it. So it's weird how all that happened.
And that song's out there. We have that song.
Yeah.
Go Time. And then after that, it was, we're talking almost 20 years of just.
But it's wild. I'd never heard the story of how he met B. Howard, but that's crazy that the parents are the ones that made that happen. That's dope shit.
But it was all me calling the CD. I just called the number on the back of the CD, and B. Howard answered the phone. That's the funny part of it.
That's fire.
That's a true testament to the grind, though.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah.
That's how it was back then, dog.
I wasn't scared to call, bro,
Yeah, for real.
at all. And I think that was the first local artist I had really reached out to that I didn't just know. But I was still kind of plugged in, man. I used to work at House of Hits with DJ Lil Les for a number of years. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that for a long time. I was, who's the white guy kind of shit. Like I got that title for a long time of my life. Yeah, who's that white boy over there on them turntables? Like, why does he keep calling you boss? Like, what's going on? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
But that's the role I played for a long time earlier in my career as a rapper. But
That's
so glad those days are done. But
so what we'll do is here. Let's go back to what you said earlier. Well, you said when you was talking to him earlier about Chino when you got into doing music. You said you was 16, right?
Yeah, 16.
And so what was influencing you at the time to make you want to start? Was you just making beats, or did you ever write raps or anything like that? Or was
my uncles, used to have me in the car, listening to everything from Pistol,
Shot Pistol,
Goat,
P Gates, pull up P.
NWA, Spice One, all DJ Quick, all that West Coast music.
That mid-90s
that
rapping,
mid-90s, you know what I'm
shit's
saying?
fire.
So that right there, and then I used to read the liners,
Bruh.
to see what was going on, and
study that shit, dog.
And then my friend started doing it in high school. Shout out my dog Kel Haynes.
Kel Haynes, hold up.
Kel Haynes.
Name sounds familiar, man.
He produced a lot of bodies for Buck and Hambino.
No, hold the fuck up. Kel, Kel. He go Kel something. Kel Beats. Kel.
Hands on the track. That was.
I know Kel, man. No disrespect, Kel. I know that's the homie. I know it is. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, he. I remember one day, I called him after school.
Yeah.
And he picked up the phone, and it sounded like it was 300 people in the spot with him. And I'm like, bro, what you doing? He's like, I'm here making music. I'm like, how you do that? You know what I'm saying? So he, this is back when we had the Tascams. You put the tape in the joint, you record, you had the tracks on it. Yeah. So he had one of those, and he had a I want to say he had a Triton. He may have had a Triton, it may have been a Phantom. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Phantom. See, I've heard that shit before. So you know about making beats though, Stokes. I don't know shit about production. Neither does Chad. Chad's never tried to make beats. I tried on fucking Garage Band and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
I never got on Garage Band.
And then
with the Garage Band.
I bought a mini APK something little chord joint, little bitty joint. It was black and red, white key. It was fire little joint. I wish I still had it.
APK, who is it? Because I got one at the crib.
APK Mini.
APK or MPK?
MPK, but who makes it though?
Akai.
Yeah, Akai. That's who it was. And I kept it for 2 weeks. Downloaded the interface and all the tutorials, and I'm watching all this shit, bro. And that's one thing that out of all the shit I've ever embarked on trying to figure out, as far as graphics or the podcast, the audio, any visuals for videos, any of that, beats, not for me.
Yeah. And then I after figuring out what it was he was doing. You feel what I'm saying?
But he teach you too?
Yeah. Him and my dog Smooth Jizzle used to do all the stuff for Bottom Boy.
Bottom Boy.
Oh, Bottom Boy. Yeah.
Well, I think back then he went by D Smooth.
D Smooth.
I remember that name.
I linked up with him through work, which that story is crazy too. But long story short, I told my mom, I was like, I know what I want for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her all I wanted was a keyboard. I didn't want no clothes, no shoes, no video games, no nothing.
Knew what you want. Yeah,
you knew.
You know what I'm
That's what's up.
That is dope. What age was this?
This was 16.
Okay, cool.
16. And 15, 16. And she bought me a Yamaha DJX keyboard. And I used to carry it around. Like I used to walk from, because the neighborhood I grew up in was Highland Trace, which is right there by Haynes Manor, Haynes Garden. It's northeast Nashville. You know what I'm saying? And I used to walk from where we lived across the cut to Haynes Garden while my homeboys lived at. That I did music with. And I used to walk with that keyboard. I carried it to school and everything.
Damn.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So like I took piano class like my 12th grade year, my senior year. And instead of using what they had in there, like they would let me bring my keyboard in.
That's dope.
So
it made sense to carry it.
You was learning shit on your own shit the whole time. That's cool.
Yeah. And then my homeboy Mike Ewing, who's another GOAT, shout out Mike Ewing, introduced me to FL Studio. But before that, I was using Reason, Cubase, Innuendo. I was using all that.
See, all three of those names rang a bell, but I don't know what you just said. FL or whatever.
Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops.
Yeah, Fruity Loops.
Yeah, I don't know shit about that.
Yeah. Fruity Loops.
Is that a
I
damn?
don't know a damn thing, bro.
Is that a pepper that pop up when you? Is it a pepper? The blink?
Yeah, it's like a pepper or something like that.
Orange pepper. But yeah, when Mike put me on FL Studio, I didn't look back because it made my workflow so much easier. Because I'm a sample based producer by nature, so I can hear something and I'm going for it. Like I'm the guy walking around in Walmart with the Shazam up. You just needed to find the right tools to start building your. Exactly.
I get it.
Which is fire because some of my favorite hip hop music and some of my biggest influences are Dipset. That's some of my favorite music ever, dog.
And that was the Heatmakers doing.
J.R. Ryder's one of my favorite rappers still to this day. And Cameron, and like all them Jewels, like all them producers back then, bruh. Like the sample bass shit, and then like Kanye too. Like because that was back when Kanye was producing back for them.
And it's just like for me with me being, I mean, don't get it twisted. Like I can do the other stuff too, but the samples, I think it's just taking something that already exists and making it your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'll take a sample. Like he done seen me take a sample. Like now, with everything that we have available now, I'll take a sample, throw it in Serato, chop it, and then I'm going for it.
Yep.
But I'm purposely trying to create another groove from what we already have because I don't want it to sound like
You want to build off the original, not just
chop the hook and then put that
recreate
in the
which there's nothing wrong with that.
Like, right.
No,
if it works, it works. But for me, I just try to.
I think it's dope that you're so sample. Is sample driven a bad term to say that?
It's not bad.
See, because there's a lot of artists, a lot of producers that I worked with over a number of years that were not.
Yeah.
It was just fucking whatever you would say, beats, just beat machine, just a bunch of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't remember like anybody at any time like downloading shit and like slowing it down, taking a little snip of this, snip of that, a sound from that, a sound from this, and this. You know where that came from? I don't remember none of those type talks, man. I really don't. I wish I did. Because as Chad, I've said it a million times. When I was a rapper, if you give me a themed record, I'm a different artist. Like I go at it different. Like if you give me a beat and I'm like, shit, Chad, guess what? I got a Chino beat. And Chad's like, hell yeah, dude, what you gonna do with it? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got one though, and then I don't do anything with it. Like,
I mean, but it's all about having some type of direction with it.
Yeah.
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Yeah. And when I sit down, I never sit down and say I'm gonna make this type of record. I'm gonna make this type of beat. I just go based off what I feel.
Yeah.
And I could be pissed off that day.
Yeah.
Me and my wife could have gotten into it, so I'm taking it out on the beat.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it could be anything. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So,
I get it.
Which is the same way that I apply that same logic to like writing a song. Stokes, I don't know, you may probably still do the same thing. Yeah.
Most
So it's the creativity like process is similar. It's just you're from a producer standpoint, which I've always been infatuated with producers because I've never. It's crazy. I've never wanted to make beats, man. I've always just wanted to write and rap and make and do raps, but.
I think
that's what's dope about producers to me.
I think I would have like dreams where I was like a super producer or something, and then I just never I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking sneaky go get me a fucking keyboard. And I'm gonna make something fire. And Chad's gonna rap on it.
But nowadays, man, you
never happened.
You don't even need the keyboard now.
You really don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've sat in rooms with people like, they'll have it there, but they'll never touch it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like,
but it's there if they needed it. That one time they may need it. Yeah,
draw stuff in, click stick.
There if you needed it.
Yeah, that part.
There if you needed
That's dope,
it.
man. So you got the keyboard. You was killing it with the keyboard in high school, and then where did it go from that?
Yeah, where'd that take you?
Like to where you started like legit. Okay, I'm making this beat stuff.
And then from that point, I rapped a little bit.
Oh, okay. So you were like, I'm gonna make my own beats and do my own thing.
A little bit. I was okay, but
can we find those records anywhere, Chino?
You probably can.
Oh shit, let's start digging, y'all. Treasure hunt.
I'll tell y'all after.
Chance is in the building. Chance will find it for us. Chance, find us the Chino records.
He's
bro.
gonna tell us after the podcast is off air.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I rapped a little bit, and then from that point, man, I just kind of fell out of love with the whole artist thing. The artist side of it.
Yeah.
And I just started having more fun doing the beats. Because I like sitting in the room and hearing something that I produce come on and just seeing how people react and people not knowing that I'm watching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, and that, that gives me more pleasure than
being the artist. I can see that for sure.
Salute to you though for recognizing that.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to be a fucking artist.
No, man.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I felt so much cooler when I stopped rapping, dude. I love telling people like when me and Chad answer people. Like a lot of people like Squint's gonna make a new record. Nope.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Probably could I? Sure, Chad could write me an album by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not. No, thanks.
Yeah, man. It's I just have more fun doing the beats, and
yeah.
And then but that brings a whole nother set of, it's a different ball game too.
Yeah.
So I just didn't want to do both.
How much does it take up your time? Like as far as like
doing beats?
Yeah, like so I see. Let me just before you answer it. Like I see you. Like when I see Chino's social media, Chino be in them big boy studios. Like he'll be at a big board. You know what I mean? Like he'll be at like the shit y'all see on TV and shit. Like Chino be in that type of setup. We're not talking like he's sitting at a desk with a little fucking keyboard and shit. Yeah. But my question is like, how much time does that possess of your personal life? Like when you say you're married or at home with the family, do you be at like your own little hole?
Yeah,
with a keyboard, like just cooking.
Yeah, like
I think that's dope.
I've got my own space in the house that I built.
Yeah, that you record like.
Yeah, I mean, bro,
Stokes and shit.
Come down, we'll
be in there making bombs.
I'll be in there making bombs.
Like for real, like man, I'm in there, every day.
Yeah,
that's cool. You got a spot at the house, man. That's dope.
Yeah, I mean, but it worked for me, because I got tired of trying to find spaces to go and just make beats.
Yeah, create your own fucking platform. I get it.
You know what? I can walk out of my room, go in the garage, go in my room, and then I'm in there.
Yeah,
and I'm locked in, and I'm in my own space, so the vibe is different. Now there are times where I do want to get out, and go to different places and
of course,
yeah. It's dope that you got that option though, where if it's 10 o'clock at night and the family's asleep and you're ready, you got something going. Let me go out here and cook something real quick.
And that's usually how it is.
Same here.
But I'm also an early bird too, so I'll get up at 5:30.
Throw some headphones on. Keep it quiet.
No, I ain't throwing no headphones on.
Thanks.
I want to hear that.
I love it.
I ain't throwing no headphones
on. Fuck that.
I'll keep the volume down.
Yeah, I got to throw headphones on.
I'm knocking.
You got kids, Yeah,
I got 3 girls.
Oh, so does Squints, man.
You get one of those.
I got 3 girls.
That's my guy right there, dog. We just became fucking brothers. You don't even know, dude. I don't care if you like me or not, bro. Like we just have like a bond that can be unbroken.
Nah,
Stokes, what are yours? How many you got, Stokes?
3. 2 girls, 1 boy.
You got 2
See,
girls, 1
he's
boy,
the asshole of the group, dude.
He got lucky. He got the boy.
Yeah, I got the boy.
He got the
3 girls.
Yeah.
God, man.
Yeah, man.
Me, you, and Capo. Capo's got 4 girls.
What's the ages of yours? 18,
14, and 11.
Okay.
My oldest just graduated from high school, and she got her associates. She was a dual enrollee student. So
that's awesome.
Shout out to
man.
my baby.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Yeah, salute to you for that too. Yeah, 3 girls, man. That's I'm learning it.
It's a task.
Yeah, mine's 16, 10, and 2. Yeah, so I'm a little confused there, but other than that, it's
you weren't too confused. You knew what was going on. You knew what was going on.
You're right, man.
Hey.
For real.
Yeah.
Get him, Stokes.
You knew what was going on.
Stokes can't say shit. He got a boy out the deal, man.
Fault.
Yeah.
You know, after my baby girl, I was like, all right, I'm through. I'm like, I'm convinced I can't make no boys.
Yeah.
I ain't finna keep trying.
Yeah, no, after my 10-year-old, I thought I was through. Now I have a 2-year-old, and now I know I'm through after that. You know what I'm saying? Same story, different book. But I love my girls. I'm sure you do all of yours as well.
For sure.
Yeah, I like giving the guys, though, that get the boys shit. It's easy, too, when you got multiple girls, dude. Like, that shit's fucking...
Yeah, my brother, he...
How much hair have you dealt with in your life?
Bro, what, you got 2 girls? 2 girls, 1 boy?
Yeah,
so you're an asshole too. Yeah, that's all I heard. You know, when you started saying that.
Asshole.
Chance has a boy and a girl, so he's got one.
So he's an asshole as well.
Yeah, man.
Everybody but me and Chino in here are assholes. It's not really. It's fun to joke like that, man.
Y'all perfect for that situation.
I guess, man. You can tell us all you want.
Yeah.
You're still an asshole.
Straight up.
Nah, man. Girl dad. That's definitely a badge on our vest, man.
Yeah.
I promise you that. That's shit, especially, hell, you're a little bit ahead of mine. My oldest is 16, and you're dealing with the graduation shit.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with, like, the first round of prom and that kind of shit. Man. Difficult chapters.
You know what, though, man? Like, it wasn't too difficult for me. Only because, you know, my oldest baby, you know, she's very, very, very responsible. And for the most part, she's listened to everything that her mom and I have taught her. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
I'm
wish I
very,
never
very,
felt
very proud daddy.
No, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So right where we're at now is
you don't hear it.
You've been left.
You don't, do you?
Making beats, and you're up to what point are we at now? Like you said you started making beats. At 16, you said you was doing the rap, and you said, "Well, I don't want to do that. I want to just focus on beats."
Yeah, and then so from that point, band play.
Shout out band play.
That's my dog.
I need him to pull up.
I remember him calling me.
I can't get him to even read my messages.
Oh man, he's a busy man.
I'm sure.
I don't doubt it, but I got to put him out there.
He's a very busy man.
Hopefully he pull up.
I need him to pull up.
We'll pull up on
Shout out band play.
This is mobile.
I'll do what I can.
I've met him a couple times. He knows who I am for sure. I hope he does. If not, I'm a loser. But anyway,
But now,
check your DMs, band play.
Go ahead.
Band had you know, he had called me one day and he was like, "Hey man, I'm about to go do this beat battle, man. You should pull up." And I'm like, "What is a beat battle?
Yeah.
Like, what is that?" So I end up pulling up.
Good thing.
And then that's when I seen it. I'm like, "Oh, this is what this is.
This is what's happening.
I can do this too." Cause y'all just up and showing y'all beats.
And when you talk about beat battles and when you talk about showing beats, so that's let me pry on this moment for a minute because I'm an idiot and illiterate as fuck. Okay. But do you play the beat like from disc? You're not performing like an instrumental.
Well, ours was it was a soundtrack beat battle. Shout out my girl Coco. You would basically send in your beats.
Okay. Just a full track.
Yeah, I mean, and they would have like you only had like a minute. They had to be 60 seconds. You can send in as many as you wanted.
Yeah.
You send them in, and then you know when you came up, they would pull your list up.
Yeah, and then you could pick from the arsenal.
You pick from what you sent. So after seeing Band and my dog Chris King, who's also another GOAT.
Chris King.
That's Band's big brother.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's my guy. After seeing them go at it, and then I went, and that's also when I met Dirty Rice and seen Dirty.
Yeah, which.
All familiar names. All familiar names to me. Yeah.
Listen.
Stokes brought that up on his episode.
Listen, that boy there, he is different.
Dirty Rice.
Dirty Rice. Look him up.
I'm not scared. Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
I remember hearing about him back in the day, 10, 12 years ago. I remember,
And Chad's
he's
pretty good.
Still very active.
Yeah.
Very much so. Very much so. So I seen all those guys. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to enter. And I entered in 2011 and didn't know how it was going to go.
Yeah.
Nervous, you know, to let people hear what I got. Don't know if it's good or not.
Yeah.
But I got up there, man, and I just started acting like I act when I'm in the studio. So
just vibing on your own records.
You know, so if if a beat make me jump around,
you gonna jump around.
I'm gonna jump around.
I'm with it.
And then you know, I only boosted myself up off them Patron shots.
Yeah, just sell the record. You're up there just selling the record. I get it.
Records, you know what I'm saying? And people enjoyed it.
Dope. That's super dope.
So I came, you know, so I did those. I did a few of those, and like they just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
And this is not all local. This is moving around.
No, these were all in Nashville.
Cool. Say less. That's dope.
They were all done at Limelight.
Shout out Limelight. Golly. Can we all just go in and buy Limelight, please?
I would love to buy Limelight.
Who wouldn't? I don't understand why it's sitting there just rotting away with a big for sale sign on it, Bubba.
Well, probably want too much money for that.
Probably. It's worth a gazillion dollars. Look where it's at.
Yeah.
Look where it's at.
Why not reopen it? Why not call it Limelight with new management? Figure the shit out. That venue.
Yeah, I agree.
Stokes, have you ever been in there?
I performed at Limelight.
Lucky you. I have. I've been on that stage one time with someone, and I can't remember who it was.
I actually opened up for Twister at Limelight.
Shout out Twister. Twister's probably watching.
He didn't perform.
Shout out Twister.
Yeah, shout out Twister.
Oh, he didn't perform?
No, he didn't perform.
Did he just walk through? Yeah. Wonder what that cost. Anyway, yeah. So shout out that whole thing for the whole beat battles thing. I want to say Chino was like a judge at a UMC or some shit.
Did you ever judge a UMC? You wasn't?
We're cop on them? No.
I would have loved to have judged.
I would have. We had to have met each other back then.
I know we did.
Man, I swear, man, like, because there's no way that we were at the Rutledge and all these different venues.
We lived there.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, so I'm sure we.
I'm sure we
said
crossed
what's up.
paths,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
And you know, I'm crazy. You know, I say I'm crazy. It's crazy that we didn't cross paths before now, but
Shout out Hartley.
I mean, we here now though. Shout out Harley.
So how did you meet Bam? Was it just through school?
No, I met Bam when I was rapping. Okay. Bam used to rap a little bit too.
Oh, okay.
And we did a show in 2008 at Exit In.
Exit In. Yeah.
Exit In.
Shout out.
And we did a show, and his group came up. They did their thing. My group, we did ours, and I think me and bro just recognized, like, hey man, you do the beats. Oh yeah, you do the beats too. Cool. And then we just linked up, and then
that's dope.
It just kind of went from there, you know.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know, and that's my guy.
Yeah, man,
that's my guy.
Now it seems
countless hits, man. That's dope
for sure. I want to. Let's take. We're at 40 minutes in, give or take. Let's take a quick second. We'll hit the sponsors real quick. We'll come right back. But I want to know. I want to know a little bit more about who you're working with mainly now. It seems like more than often.
Okay.
What that currently looks like, that kind of shit, and then we got to hurry and get done with this podcast so we can get into that fucking USB drive you were talking about.
I'll say less.
But I'm going to check on the kiddos. Let's hit these sponsors real quick, and we'll be right back, man. Got to give a huge shout out to my man Mark Gray over at South Nashville Heating and Cooling. They are a new sponsor here at the show, and we're glad to have him aboard. He's a longtime supporter of Show Improve Entertainment and a longtime supporter of Chad Arms and Squints. And now is a full-time supporter of the I Got Some Shit to Say podcast, which we fucking love. Yeah. They specialize in like quiet HVAC systems and those kind of things, along with any of your HVAC needs.
Mark and him get you good. Mark and him's the plug on the HVACs, man.
Been that way too.
For sure.
Yeah. Again, huge shout out to South Nashville Heating and Cooling Company. That's expert design, quality, installation, superior service since 1985. Y'all see the name. Y'all see the number. Y'all see the website. Go check it out.
1980. Look here, 1985. That is almost 40 years.
Yeah. Shout out to those guys, man. They know what they're doing.
Shout out to Mark Gray, man. South Nashville Heating and Cooling Company. Oh yeah, baby. Big body Benz.
Big body Benz. It's I Got Some Shit to Say podcast, man. We're back. Quick break. Shout out to the sponsors. You already know what it is. But we're sitting here tonight with B.Stokes back again. We're glad to have him back. Yeah. Chad Arms, of course, in the building. And Chino. Mm-hmm. Chino has joined us and blessed us with his presence.
Yeah, man.
Before we went to the break, Chino, we've touched on like a few things of, you know, how Chino got active and a little more active, and, you know, how he kind of started before this and before that. But when we were at the break, there was so much flexing going on. It could have been a fucking... It could have been a fucking bodybuilding competition, man. Like, real talk. There was shit like earlier. Y'all remember? We could probably cut it out and put it right here if I wasn't a lazy ass. But he pulled his phone out at one part in the first segment and was naming off probably about 20, 25, 30, a handful of creditable mentions.
Which was only half of what the note was. He read the other half to me.
And then,
yeah, he's got more.
Chad, what did he tell you? I missed half the conversation because I was inside.
When you and Stokes were outside chilling, me and him was talking, and I asked him simply about placements because I see him post on IG when he gets placements in films or whatever, and I just was asking him how that goes.
Yeah,
and that's when he started talking about getting stuff licensed and stuff like that. So
when he started just flexing like a motherfucker.
He wasn't even trying to flex though, man. He was just saying, he wasn't even trying to flex though.
Yeah.
Stokes was having to make him like, say that shit.
Yeah.
Talk your shit.
Yeah. Stokes was cheerleading.
That's how I know.
I sat down and I said, who?
Yes.
What? And Chad said, no, him, man, placement. He's been starts talking all this shit. And I said, talk your shit, Chino. I said, we come back, I'm gonna make you talk about this shit. So let's talk about the catalog. Let's talk about some of the achievements let's talk about them trophies, Chino.
Yeah, man, for sure.
What you got going, man? Tell us something that we don't know.
You said it was
make sure you're on that mic
right?
too. I want to be able to hear you.
Like 2019, I shout out my guy, who I also will say is one of the most underrated producer engineers, period. I'm not just gonna say in the city, just period. My guy Derek Minor.
Unfamiliar, unfortunately. No disrespect.
Nah, you're familiar.
Okay, cool. But, all it took was the cosign. I'm on it.
Yeah. And he called me one day and he was like, "Man, I'm working on this project. You want in on it?" And he's like, "If you do, pull up." So, I pulled up, knocked out a couple records, and next thing I know, I started waking up and he's like, "Hey, man, Dallas Cowboys just posted, and they using our stuff."
Oh,
so I go check it out, and this is when this is back when Zeke and the Cowboys was having that contract.
Shout out Ezekiel Elliott. He's probably watching.
Yeah, we know you're watching, Zeke.
Hey man, you need to do a little bit more in fantasy.
Man, for real, you ain't even worth owning nowadays. Zeke.
We got to start it. We got to do a fantasy league this year.
Yeah,
when we should say fantasy league.
You down, Chino? Right? You down, Stokes? You play fantasy football?
I've been running my own for like 4 or 5 years.
Okay, cool. We're going to use the platform.
Yeah,
we're going to use the platform and some of our previous guests to have like this league to be able to talk shit through this next season.
For that, dog.
It's going to be fun times. But keep going,
But yeah, man. So I seen they used it. This record called "Whole Team Winning." And they used the NFL Network, their IG account had posted it, and then the actual Cowboys account posted it. So I'm like, okay, yeah, this is real.
Yeah.
And from that point, man, like I was telling Chad, it seemed like every day for like 3 weeks, I would wake up and I had a new placement.
Oh,
it's like a snowball,
snowball effect.
Hell yeah, dude.
When you talk like that, all I hear is more residual income started coming.
Actual facts.
No, for sure.
Do you hear it like that? That's what I hear.
That's what it is.
Facts.
Love it.
What was
That's
dope
the best
to me
kind of
is
income.
when he told me that, like when it started doing the film stuff, that you would see like 6 or 7. I don't know why it's doing feedback. 6 or 7 of the 6 or 7 different films or shows were using the same.
Yeah, same
sound.
song.
Yeah,
same song. So it let me know like, okay, this is what it is right here. You know?
He's like CBS Strongman. You said,
the most recent one that I caught was the hold on, I'll tell you.
Here it comes.
I just posted it. Hold up.
More workout plans.
That's dope, man.
I love it. I think it's dope as fuck. But you should talk your shit, bro. If I had those type of credentials under my belt, bro, it would be that poster over there behind Chad's fucking head, just in big bold print for y'all to read every time.
I'm a humble beast, man. I keep my head down and I work.
And I applaud that, man. We all do, and I do too. I'm just talking shit.
And I like to let the credits and the work speak.
Yeah,
for sure. Dude.
But we got to know about it. You know what I mean?
Somebody got to tell the story.
Yeah, somebody.
The one that I caught was the CBS Sports Spectacular, the 2021 Rogue Invitational.
Okay.
Episodes 2 and 3.
Yeah, 2 and 3.
So, like he was saying off camera, he was telling me like I would have never known that because I don't watch. Those. So like why which is just dope that they can pull from that library. And
right.
Say, hey.
But those scenarios never existed till you met that other gentleman.
Derek.
Yeah.
Facts.
Dope.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's cool. That's cool as fuck. That's a whole. It's funny that we mentioned Two Library earlier, and the episode that y'all have seen, it's out now. But at the time we're recording this, I just finished it, and it's not out yet. Right. But Bree was talking about placements, and I told Bree that that's where I touched on Chad's current catalog and his existing catalog. Chad Arms has 27 albums under his belt.
Yeah, I got so many.
With 700 plus songs in his current catalog.
That's crazy, bro.
That's work.
That's on
streaming platforms.
You don't hear of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that type of catalog and it has great content throughout all the years. Like there's stuff there's stuff in there that's gold still to this day. Yeah. But his most 12 recent records that are coming out on Dedicated, soon announced a date coming soon, but the album's finished, are the best records to date by far.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I have a hard time believing that, but I'll check it out.
I promise you.
Yeah,
I've been rocking with him for almost 15, and they're my personal. I'm flexing behind it. I don't rap no more, Chino. You know what I'm saying? Like I stopped rapping because I don't have to. Chad's the man. I don't have to do none of that shit. Yeah. But if the amount of themed records Chad has done in his career, though,
yeah, I've done
like even our Tribals, when we did a joint project back in the day, me, Chad Arms, B Howard, and Blaze 314. We did a project together called Our Tribal.
Wait a minute, Blaze.
Blaze 314, St. Louis cat.
That sounds so familiar.
He used to be with Brown Wave Entertainment. He rocked with Matic Lee for a number of years.
R.I.P. Kenneth too.
R.I.P. Kenneth Brown.
Yeah.
That's why.
Super solid. That's my brother. But
him and Matic did a bunch of stuff together.
They have songs like $1 Million Dream that's themed around like the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Right. And, me and Blaze 314, Stacks on Deck, baseball themed. Completely, start to finish. We used to have so many themed records under Show and Prove, and all those records are damn near dormant at this point because, like I said, the next 12 Chad's about to hit you. Nobody's even going to remember that shit. Yeah. It's crazy.
But the thing about it is, like, even with those themed records, like, and they're older records, I assume.
Yeah. 2010.
They would still work.
If they work.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I told Bree. I said, I bet at least out of those 700 songs that don't get the recognition they should, there's 400 plus in there that could be placements right now on video games, fucking any fucking dramatic bullshit, whatever the fuck it needs.
I have no clue as to what to do with it.
Exactly.
As far as how to do it.
Exactly.
I got you, big dog. Don't worry about
it.
Man, that is definitely something that Chad, as a 20-year vet in this shit with 27 albums and 700 songs, that's something that he definitely could use some help with.
You know, the placements are cool. You know what I'm saying? Like the typical placement, but I'm not chasing a placement.
Of course not.
If it happens, it happens.
I totally get it.
But the sync placements, it's like, damn.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about because, like Stokes has, one album and 2 EPs, correct?
Right.
There you go. Chad's 27 albums.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
And too, what we're going to get into, what we can get into right now, talking about placements, do you want to talk about the one that y'all landed?
Oh yeah, the NBA 2K, the PlayStation ad.
Dope.
Yeah.
I was telling Chad off cameras, like I was asleep, and we sleep with the TV on, so I just kept hearing get it, and I'm like, man, get it. That sounds familiar. I wake up, I'm wiping the cold out of my eyes, you feel me, and I look. I'm like, oh, that's us. Yeah. Bro, that's 2K. And then I watched it to the end, and, you get the PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is real. So I text bro, because I knew he was up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I text bro, like, hey, we got one. We got one.
Because that was your first one, correct?
Yeah, that was my very first one, man. And just to have something that big.
That's big, dude.
Yeah,
that's
like,
big.
Man, that's a whole corporation behind that. That felt good to get that off. It felt like, okay, I'm doing it for a reason.
Yeah. Congrats on that, man.
Thank you. That right.
That's major.
And you said
especially for you too, Stokes. Like, it's major, bro. Congrats on that. It's dope as fuck.
You said off camera too with that, it was a situation where you got privy, or somebody said, hey, we need to do this kind of record.
Is
that how it worked?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm flexing, but
flex. Talk your shit, Chino.
My guy again. My guy Derek Minor. He shot me a text and he was like, "Man, you wanna go to LA? Hell yeah, I want to go to LA.
Why not?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not busy.
So got the flight. Got all that. Everything done, and then just got out there and just got around the right people. Because we actually ended up going to the Dallas Cowboys training camp.
Yeah.
So we was able to see them out there doing the. Doing what they do, in the off season, and turn out, man, you in there with the right people, having the right conversations.
I love it.
Making the right, the right relationship.
Yeah.
And now, it's to a point now where, every now and again I'll get a brief. I got these artists, they looking for this BPM. So like, we was talking about earlier, having direction. And that's where we at.
Yeah, I love it. I love this story.
And when I get those briefs, like I just operate with a sense of urgency because I realize that they could be sending that same brief to everybody.
Yep.
Right. And they can commit to something that they think they are sold on without hearing the next one that would have blew that one out the water.
So I don't want to give anyone else the opportunity to beat me out.
No, for sure. And you said you already cook like 7-8 beats a day anyway.
Yeah, I'm 8, 9, 10 beats a day.
Damn.
Every day.
So that's
Chad
just easy
said
work.
6, 7. He says, no, 8, 9, or 10.
Yeah.
I love it, though.
That's dope, man. That's congrats to both of y'all for that. That's a beautiful thing right there.
I love it. I love that part of it. The platform of that game alone, that's a good one to be incorporated with.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
It's a different game. It's a different
for
ball
sure.
game.
And they're going to, and PlayStation's going to push.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's such a big title.
Oh, it was everywhere.
And did that lock up placement in the game itself? Are you part of the soundtrack there too?
No, I wish.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is a different animal.
But the commercial itself is an animal by itself.
what I'm
You know what I
saying?
mean?
Yeah.
And
That
that's
probably runs on, is it like YouTube ads?
YouTube.
Yeah, all that
it's
stuff.
a
bro.
motivator,
okay.
man. If anything, it's more so like a motivator.
For sure,
Like,
exactly.
Keep on going, and you could get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Don't stop here. This is just this.
It's a
Don't
trophy.
worry about this. Yeah, it's a trophy.
Yeah.
You got it. Look at it. Like it. Move on.
You know, the next thing to get after you get such a trophy, when you along any path of success, like I know what I'm talking about. Right. Any path of success, any trophy you get opens the door for the bigger trophy.
Facts.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know,
But you got to keep chasing trophies. You follow what I'm saying?
That's something you got to keep chasing trophies.
Got to
gotta
keep
keep-
chasing trophies.
you can chase them, but I mean, I just think it just boils down to being.
That's the name of the episode. Chasing
available.
trophies.
Available. Answering the bell, like when people call you, like they tell you that they need something in 24 hours.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like deliver in 16. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of time I'm on.
I get it.
So yeah, I mean, the trophies are great, they're cool, but there's so many more to get. You know,
Absolutely.
You know, like
bigger
I
ones.
I was telling Chad, like along with my guy Chris King, I'm a Dove Award nominated producer.
Yep.
That's dope
We
as
just
fuck.
got a Stella Award nomination for my guy Aaron Cole's
Dope as fuck.
2 Up 2 Down album.
Yeah.
So it's just so many things happening, and for me, like that's the battery in my back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just something to add. That's just your resume, bro.
Yeah.
That's just like if you're going, that's just something to add to your list of accomplishments on your resume for people wanting to work with you in the future. That does nothing but build it.
And shout out Street Orchestra. That's my guy band plays. That's his collective, and I'm a part of his collective along with Triple G's High, Cold Heart, Cyrene. Shout out KVE. Yeah, man, like everything is just happening. You know what I'm saying?
But you've worked your ass off to get to there, dog. So like you said, that's that just shows what you can get if you go out there and go after it, man.
Yeah, man. I just make myself available, man. Like you hit my line, like you liable to get something back in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna waste time.
Yeah, don't call for conversation, call for work.
Facts.
I get it. Put that on a shirt. You're welcome. Stamped. Stamped. Yeah, well, I admire every trophy I've heard of so far, bro. But to your point, never satisfied. Got to keep chasing trophies. You got to, you know what I mean? There's always a bigger and better prize. Mm-hmm. But I love the fact that when Chino pulled up today, and we reached out to Chino, we've scheduled it probably a week or two out, you know what I mean, which is great. Mm-hmm. It was bound to happen, like I said. But the best part of the day, I got to be honest, is when right through the door, you're like, hey, man, I think B.Stokes going to pull up.
Yeah, it's dope, man.
Yeah,
love that.
Love,
right?
for real. I appreciate you, bro.
Because we've had the opportunity to sit with Stokes, which we were already a fan of Stokes, but then we became friends of Stokes. You follow what I'm saying? Like we built like a relationship there now, and when we rock with Stokes, he rocks with us.
Right.
Enough said, we ain't got to say nothing more. Right.
Yeah.
But the fact that it gave us another opportunity to have Stokes over, and he had already given an unneeded cosign as far as how his relationship with you has progressed since he started working here.
that's my dog.
Right, and he said nothing less. Trust me.
Right. Yeah.
But
I seen the episode.
Yeah.
I watched it live.
Yeah. Dope.
Nah, man, bro. Just I tell him a lot, man. It's okay to shine. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to shine. Like,
please do, man.
You can be a humble king, but I always remember, man, you have to shine as well.
Absolutely.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
totally agree. I mean, you don't want to start making fucking. I wouldn't never encourage a fucking like Instagram post of myself saying, yeah, that's why, and that's why, you know what I mean, talking just mad shit. Or, you know, during this episode, like when it's all said and done, we do an hour plus content on normal episodes. But for you personally to go back and be like, yeah, this is what I said to all y'all motherfuckers and cut that piece out.
Yeah.
Like, but to what B.Stokes is saying, there is opportunities where, man, you know, we're interested in hearing about the things you've achieved because we may not be aware.
Yeah.
And not everyone listening may not even began to tap in who the fuck Chino is.
True.
You know what I mean? And that's
True
what we
indeed.
love about our platform because it I guarantee you though, after this episode today, anybody that was unfamiliar will forever remember that sound.
That tag is everything.
You know what I'm saying? And and that's the purpose of this altogether. But I love that relationship there.
Yeah.
It's like a Batman Robin shit. We talked about that with Lord Rowe.
Nah, no cap, because you know, and just like the story as far as how me and him started working, like I created my brother Wayne over, my G.
Calm down, man. Calm down.
You know, me and bro were just sitting out back, you know, having some beers or whatever, and he was like, "Hey, man, who is dude on the on Stan's Lockdown, young nigga?"
Yeah.
Or the
Yeah.
YN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
PC.
And I was like, "Oh, that's B.Stokes," and he was like, "Hey, you ever thought about working with him?" And I was like, I thought about it, but no." He was like, "Hey, man, you need to call him.
Yeah.
You can call him."
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to that kind of
so-
recognition.
Yeah.
So I looked at bro, and when bro say something, I'm like, "All right, cool."
Yeah, because
So
you
I-
know
Yep.
Yeah, he's listening from a different
Yeah.
hit the mic.
No, you good.
A different perspective.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what, maybe I should reach out. So I reached out and I called bro. He didn't answer. I'm like, see, there he is.
There was a shot. You missed it. You about missed your shot.
But then he called me like right back.
Good.
And I was like, hey man,
Talk about a missed opportunity. So
hey, you know, just trying to see if you want to work on some music. He was like, hey, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
dope.
Hell yeah. And
Hell yeah.
you know, the songs that y'all are hearing now, that he's releasing as singles, was the actual album, well, not album, but EP we call Doors. And we were gonna drop it as one collective project, but we just decided that single form was better because that gave us an opportunity to really gauge what people really
What
like from
people?
it.
How people are
Sorting it out
ingesting
as
it.
well.
Not what's
You know,
working.
so, you know, but we did what 6, 7. Well, actually, we did more than the ones that we put
did a
on the
lot.
project. But you know, it was like 6, 7 records, and you know, we just at a point now where we starting to see what's happening, and things are starting to make sense.
Starting to know which direction to move
Starting-
forward.
yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
totally get it.
And then we were finding our footing too, you know, because you know we were complete strangers to one another. So
Yeah, absolutely.
his, you know, the way he worked. The one thing I liked about how bro worked is that like when I sent him, like if I sent him 6 beats, I got 5 songs back.
Dope.
Yeah.
Whether
Different
that was-
songs.
I try.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I try my best, man.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
it is what it is. You got
Yeah.
these.
But
That's
he-
the type of shit that Chad would do, though. I could picture that.
Yeah,
Like Chad's the
man.
same type of
'Cause he
artist.
want it.
He
You know
want
what I'm
it.
saying? He want it. He like, nah, put me
No,
on
because it's
this.
fucking layups to y'all folks. Boy. Y'all
Make a
motherfuckers. That's what
record,
y'all
sure.
do. Write
Yeah.
records. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. Chino makes
dope.
beats. Y'all write records. It seems to be making sense.
yeah, that's you know, and from that point, man, we just kept grinding, kept mashing, and now you know we at a point now where like we didn't, you know, Doors was the project. So now that's what it is. That's what we're doing. So there's
Dope.
so there is a Doors album in the works.
Dope.
Okay, it would just be a different Doors album than.
Oh, it's gonna be completely
Different
like
rendition.
from everything y'all have heard. Like, and I mean, it's not gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be Kendrick Lamar's T-Pab, damn different.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
gonna be us.
But it's gonna be a different sound, some differences. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Trying
So
to push it, man. Push it to the limit. You know,
Yeah.
as far as we can. How creative can you be? You know
Dope.
what I'm saying? Like that's what it's about. How personal can you get? You know, into tapping into your emotions and your feelings and what your thought is, your day-to-day process, and putting that out and conveying that to the world and letting them eat that up and enjoy that. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. And hopefully that's the case. You know what I'm saying. Like he said, he's a humble king. I am as well. You know what I'm saying. But you always got to understand that you got to slay shit sometime.
Facts.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying. So
Facts.
yeah, man, it's just been a pleasure working with bro thus far. I know we gonna go on in the future, man. You know, and do what we doing. I appreciate everything he's done, doing, and has done, and will do.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and I'm
course.
just trying to reciprocate that same love and uphold my part. Like, bro, I'm gonna do everything that I need to do. It don't matter what we need to put some on some, or I need to write this tonight, right now. Like, I'm gonna do that, and show you that I'm serious about this. Excuse me. I'm serious about this, and I want this shit to happen the same way you want it to happen. So let's attack it and let's do it.
Yeah, beautiful talk.
That's a clip right there. That's
love
a clip for IG right there.
Yeah, that's the type of talk we surround ourselves with over here.
Positivity, man. It's
It's
just love out here, man. It's love, man. A lot of people hating just to hate, and you don't even have to.
No,
man. We can all happy.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But stay the fuck out of my way.
Yeah,
What? My bad, Stokes. My bad, dog.
Man, you good.
Because I'm gonna run you down. I ain't gonna hold you.
Right, for sure, bro. Get the fuck out the way.
You know, I'm humble and all that, but
Facts.
Ain't nobody no pushover. We grown men. You
No,
know,
for
at the
sure,
At the
yeah.
end of the day, you know what I'm saying. But as far as the creative process, man, we just trying to make our dreams become reality, man. And we can't do that by worrying about emotions, you know what I'm saying, and feelings and shit. Like, man, we can all get this shit. Let's get it, man. You know, we gonna put the best music we can possibly put out to the world. Let them take it, man, and it could possibly take us to the top of the mountaintop wherever we want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's get to work.
That's one of the best things about sitting over here. When I sit over here, Stokes, Chino, when I sit over here, probably as chance, probably 2 out of 5 times, I'm surrounded by enormous amounts of talent based off just Chad.
Yeah, facts.
You follow me?
Yeah.
Chad is one of the most talented people I could ever fucking ask to be best friends with.
Right.
15 plus years we've been rocking these logos, right? For sure.
That's love.
Yeah.
But then you throw people like these two at the same table with me.
Yeah, man.
It's always cool to be me, especially on this show. It really is, dude. It's gave me opportunities to really along the years and the opportunities I've had and relationships I've built. This show has literally let me fill in the gaps to a lot of it.
No, for sure. Me too.
You know what I mean? Just little gray areas I was kind of unsure, just never had the opportunity to ever like meet that person, or even just maybe had the opportunity to meet them but not know them, to co-sign them. Like, I ain't co-signing just because I shook your hand, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got to sit and vibe with you for a minute, make sure you're worth swinging for before I step in the batter's box. I may not want to even play the game, man. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
Yeah.
But
For real.
you're the fact that B.Stokes and Chino are like, the way that y'all talk in tandem like that, that's good shit.
Man.
Yeah.
But those are the conversations that that we have amongst ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And,
Absolutely.
That's just what it is. I mean, and we see things alike.
Yeah.
We
That's
see
great.
things the same way. So we know that I ain't gonna hold you. We older.
Right?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Past the bullshit games of being ain't no time to waste, guys. Like, what we doing here? We grown, right? I get it. That's what I'm saying. But to have the amount of talent that this guy holds, and then to have your type of talent, and then put those two types, and to be what you just said,
Right.
yeah.
grown enough to avoid the bullshit and to focus on the prize at hand here and what we doing. Like, what makes sense, what don't. Like, let's try this to make sure it makes sense before we move forward. Like, taking the precautionary steps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This, like I said, 1 album, 2 EPs. It's a different formula. My guy back here is 27 albums deep and just now getting the recognition for the shit he does.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
that's a testament to Chad.
fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
Thank you,
But that's a
Chino.
testament to
Down
Chad
and
because
committed
what
to the
that
grind.
because what that tells me is that Chad understands where he's going.
Exactly.
And what he's trying to accomplish.
Boom.
He don't give a damn what anybody say.
Nope.
I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do.
Bruh,
For sure.
your man
what I'm
just
saying?
said that. He just said the same
That's-
shit. He said, I don't care if he needs a verse that night. If I
Hell
need to
yeah,
write
man.
this
You got
song
that.
to
Yeah.
that beat. He said, he knows what I'm trying to achieve the same goal. Like,
but if you look at what's happening now with music now,
Yeah.
the youngins, you feel what I'm saying? Like, man, they will go in the studio for 24 hours. They'll do a whole EP.
Yeah.
And guess what they'll do?
What?
They gonna put that motherfucker out
immediately.
That bitch coming out tonight.
immediately.
Yeah.
For real, yeah.
Immediately,
Yeah, it is.
man. I don't give a damn what the master sound like, what the mix sound like. I like them. Yeah, had them ad libs. I'm going for it.
Yeah.
And I respect that about them, man, because like we was talking about how we went from pressing up CDs to now everything is we don't even need a car to listen to music no more. We got our phone.
You don't even need flyers no more.
You feel what I'm saying?
don't.
So
I'm coming. That's all you need to say.
if you competing with that, then you got to.
Yeah, you got it.
Product's
It's gotta
got to speak
happen.
for
It's
itself.
gotta
You
Yeah.
gotta jump in that lane, man.
gotta happen.
You gotta jump in that lane.
You know,
for sure.
and I don't give a damn nobody talking about, man. Like, that's why I'm in the lab every day, 8, 9, 10 beats a day.
Facts.
You know
I
what I'm
get
saying? Not every beat gonna be a hit.
Are you
Right.
full time? You don't do music full time, do you?
Nah, not full time. I still have a regular 9 to 5.
Salute to you.
But
Me
you
too.
still do it like
Yeah.
it's a full time. You still do it.
I treat them both the same way.
Salute to you. Like,
what I'm saying?
motherfuckers got to confirm I still work or not because they see me doing this so much.
I built my space because
Yeah.
I can work in that space and I can do beats in that space.
You see how we living. This is
You feel what I'm saying?
same
That's-
story, different
I
book,
walked in,
man.
I was like, oh yeah, this is a lot like what I got going on.
Yeah.
So I get
You
it.
need that, man.
Yeah.
You need that. That's why, like, when you say you can get it right now, 30 minutes, it's good to have your own setup. Because if you got it, man, hey, I can knock that out and send it right back to you.
Yeah.
Send an email.
Yeah.
You want to transfer that thing?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
man,
mind
we
you.
do whatever we need to do.
And mind you, we doing all this, COVID. What COVID was, 2020?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started 2020.
Yep.
So we working solely off of sending stuff back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So we
Not
doing all
getting
this
that
back-
personal, not getting that
Yeah.
vibe, studio
Yeah,
vibe
so-
shit.
Right.
So we operate on a different type of time, man, and
That's an interesting fact too. Like to
Yeah.
take that into like we
Yeah.
sat here and talked about it the whole time, never mentioned that it was all kind of. It wasn't coming over and hanging out and passing one back and forth or anything like that. I get it.
That's how we got started. Like, man, he just sent a couple beats and I sent a couple verses. And I'm like, man, I sent a couple hooks. You know what I'm saying? But everything he sent, I was like, man, let me try to put something on it to let him know I'm serious.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
love it.
And I kept doing it. They kept coming back. But everybody doing it like that now. Just sending it over the net.
Yeah.
You ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be in the studio to get that work.
So
Work done.
I mean, just do what you do, and if it work, it work. If it don't, I'm gonna let you know.
right.
Yeah.
So Stokes, when are we talking doors? When is this happening? Do we know yet?
Ain't no telling.
By the
Ain't
end
no
of the
telling.
year, next year.
It's one of those projects that we trying to really make sound like something. So we putting a whole lot into it. But in between all of that, we got other things that's coming out.
Yeah.
Singles,
Yeah.
projects, EPs, or
Oh,
whatever it may
cool.
be the case.
Yeah.
But doors is one of those things that we building up to.
It's nice to know it's still on the horizon though,
Yeah,
because like I said, I think on your episode it was kind of like what Chino first said. Like it was the project was kind of like aimed at initially, and then it broke off to like a few singles first to get the formula right.
Yeah.
But now that y'all got some feedback, some analytics back, you're gonna jump in.
And that's what I was telling him. I was like, man, let's put these out and let's see what these analytics look like.
Right.
Absolutely. That's to take that. That's a salute to Chino to have to say that type shit.
What's the first one we had? We got Never Loved Us.
Yeah.
Produced by Chino and Chris King. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the emotion around that track. It was like, that's what doors need to be. But we started doing a whole lot of other things. So it was like, all right, bet. Let's just put them out in single form. But that kind of record, them the kind of records we aiming for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The ones
yeah.
that hit hard that have, you got to hear anxiety before you get out of here. Don't
It
let them leave
hard,
without
man.
hearing
It
anxiety.
Yeah.
It was
wanna hear it
you,
all.
you know, you can hear the emotion in certain records. Every record don't have that. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
might have just been vibing or swagging on a record, but
Yeah.
sometimes you got the emotion. Like, man, I really felt that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And,
Trust me,
that's
you
what
know
I
we
wanna
love
put
that
out.
talk over here, bro.
Yeah,
Like
man,
we
gonna
embrace
put
that
out.
shit.
But it's coming.
Dope. Just to know that that's where you're at now, and that y'all, like I said, just to know, you got enough to know at least where you're headed with it, and that it's still a thing. That's dope.
Yeah.
Very much so. Very much so.
Dope. Chino, what other than that, what you got going? Like anything current that you need to like touch on other than this, or you just always working, hit Chino up, needs and beats?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm always working, man. I'm always trying to discover new people to listen to because I mean, it's so much music out. Like it's impossible to listen to everything, so I'm gonna miss some stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm listening to everything, but primarily my primary focus right now is doors.
Yeah.
That's my primary focus.
one of 'em.
And then there's this album called Vigilante that my guy Derek Miner's about to drop.
Oh, okay. So that
Swear to God is Grammy worthy.
I bet it. So all right. I'm not. We'll talk about it off camera, but shout out to that guy, Derek Miner, because that's a name that's a name that's created opportunities for the homie Chino now that we've learned and continuously.
But
right?
just like but it's the same thing with band.
Yeah.
Because I am signed to Street Orchestra.
Yeah.
You know
Shout
what
out
I'm
band
saying?
play.
So band provides opportunities as well, and a lot of the times, like even with the Dolph record, the Case Closed record, which at this point has right at 30 million
Flex.
streams.
Yeah, for sure,
Right.
man. It's a big boy.
So
Talk your shit, Chino.
I just have my hands in so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm producing for. If I like what you got going on, I'm gonna rock with you.
I'm with it. Love it.
I'm gonna rock with you. Like that's just where I'm at with it. I'm not Hollywood. I'm not stuck up. I ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I like it, I like it.
Yeah.
But if I don't, I don't.
I love the fact that you still work a 9 to 5, bro. Like you still work a real job and shit like that. Like,
and you know what?
Because that's my grind. So I really applaud that, bro. Like
and the thing is, man, like, you know, I mean, we all know that, you know, music, you know, the money can be sporadic.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't have time for sporadic because I got right now things going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna always keep my 9 to 5. I'm always gonna do what I got to do to make sure that, you know, my situation is straight. Because if my situation is straight, then I can't focus on doing music.
Right.
Yeah.
Because as much as I lose, as much as I love music, it is secondary to my wife and my daughters.
Yeah, salute that
That's
shit.
it. You know what I'm saying? So if they ain't straight, if our situation ain't straight, then I can't do music. So I've just been fortunate enough to find a balance and be able to do what I do.
I admire that balance, sir. Like I said, your name's ringing bells over here enough to where I was anxious to have you on, anxious to sit you down, pick your brain a little bit. We had the luxury of doing that for a good 20, 30 minutes before we even started, and that's the best part. Yeah. But, you know, to learn about the family part and how you got started and all that shit just makes me admire you even more.
It's love.
But I'm anxious to see what Doors produces, along with every other time I hear that.
Man, Doors.
Every time I hear that, I'm anxious to hear what's going to come with it. You know what I'm saying?
Doors is going to be something.
I believe it.
You know,
It's gonna be fire.
Because what's crazy is, me and bro, we were locked in with Night 4 last.
Yeah.
And I had played, and again, like, he don't like everything that I play him.
I don't.
You feel what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm maybe
He don't
like
like
10,
everything I
I'm
do.
10, 11 beats in, you know, and I play this one record. He like, that's it. That's the one.
That's dope, though.
That's it.
That's the best
And
type
he's even giving me the opportunity. Like I said, I don't rap anymore, and I have no desire to rap, right? But I'm mumbling the cadence.
Yeah, you can.
And he like, what you saying?
Man.
Like, what is that?
Man, we rap for a whole 45 minutes off Sports Center.
Oh yeah.
We just talking about Sports Center the whole time. Whatever the stats is, we talking about that. You know what I'm
Practicing.
saying? But that I ain't mean to cut you off, so I do
you
apologize.
good. No, you good.
But that cohesiveness, you know what I'm saying? It works both ways, you know what I'm saying? Like he was saying, I don't like every beat, he don't like every rhyme, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that we were able to take the emotion out of it, like, man, just because you don't like it, you may be telling me something right. I've changed verses off of what bro said. Like, nah, bro, that ain't what you should be.
Constructive
on
criticism.
You got to be able to take that, dog.
Yeah.
And give that back. Yeah, for sure.
I've been throwing jabs at Chaddy for years, guys.
But I'm sure y'all do the same thing. Like if you send Squints a record, you know what I'm saying? Like, you respect the fact that Squint's like,
No, for sure.
He's heard that before.
or this line may not be it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may sting a little bit.
Chad knows me well enough now. He'd be like, look, bro, I recorded a record today. I got 2. One of them you're not going to like. I get those kind of
But that
talks
one
now.
that he think you don't like, you end up liking, though, right?
It could be,
You know
possibly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just like that, man. You take them emotions out of it, man. Like, I'll change it if it ain't bumping. Then, well, man, we ain't gonna play with it,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get something that's bumping.
There ain't no time to waste, man.
For real. So, yeah, man. Doors coming.
Doors coming.
Straight up.
Hell yeah, man. Well, it's been great having
It
you
has,
on,
man.
For sure.
Fucking pleasure. Chino, we tell every one of our guests that once you obtain one of those chairs as a guest, you have every opportunity. If you ever got some shit to say, to pull right back up and sit your ass right back down.
And I'm gonna tell both y'all, like, if y'all ever need me for anything, like,
Hey, we finna
like
lock
me and Shan
in.
finna go through this 60 piece.
We finna lock in,
that's
bro.
a
No, I mean it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm plotting on a fucking commercial for this show. I was telling Chance about it before we started tonight, and Chad too. But I need a commercial for this show, like a promo commercial, and I'm gonna holler at a couple of my producer friends to throw us a beat for that fucking commercial. Chino would be a prime candidate for that discussion.
Get what you want.
Right.
Yeah, dude, let's go. Let's
Pick
go.
For the commercial, just so we don't get fucking copyright bullshit on our own commercial. That's stupid as fuck.
Have mercy.
Right. Chino, for real, man, we really appreciate you, man. Stokes, right back at you, but we appreciate you pulling back up. You already know you're welcome here anytime as well. Yeah, in the meantime, in between time, it's I got some shit to say. I got some shit to say.com, ChadArmesTV.com, Chatty Bobby.
Bow.
Bow, 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 bow.
Let's go.
But bitch, we got views.